Good morning once again, 5th grade. Today's math assignment is going to deal with angles. I mentioned yesterday very quickly at the end about an angle. An angle is made up of two rays that have the same endpoint. That endpoint is called the vertex. We name an angle using capital letters and this symbol. This one right here. Okay, that's the symbol. No matter what the angle looks like, it's always that symbol. Kind of like a nose of a person, but right inside there, that's the symbol we will always use. No matter what it looks like or how it's drawn, it's always that symbol. Normally, we use a protractor to draw and to measure. Maybe you have a protractor. We'll talk more about that the next time we have a math assignment. What does a protractor look like and how to measure angles. Today, we're not going to do any measuring. We just want to familiarize ourselves with the different types of angles, how to name them and write it, how to find its vertex, the two sides that always will make it up, and the different types that we have. On your screen, you see three different types of angles. The angles could be either a acute angle, a obtuse angle, or an right angle. And then a fourth kind is also a straight angle. So different types, so we'll get into those a little bit more. A right angle always measures 90 degrees, straight up and down, almost what we call perpendicular to the other line. But on the screen that you see, if it's less than 90, we call it acute. Number one is an example of an acute angle. And a good place to kind of look ahead is on page 456. That kind of will explain some of these angles. Even though it's jumping ahead a little bit in our math book. When we classify them, we want to know what they are. And it shows you very good on page 456. When an angle measures exactly 90 degrees, so we can almost put a little box in the corner, we call that a right angle. Okay, and again, you'll see a picture of that on page 456, but it measures 90 degrees. And the third one, which from here to there measures more than 180, we label or classify it as an obtuse angle. So those are the three kinds. Your acute angle, less than 90, the distance between our two rays. Right angle, where it measures exactly 90 degrees. And then our obtuse, which is greater than 90 degrees. Okay? So, an angle made up of two rays. Here's one. Here's the second one. Same endpoint, called the vertex, and we label it using this symbol. And I'll show you that more on the next slide. All right. Now you can see my drawn versus computer drawn, much sloppier. Sorry about that. But number one, here we have an angle. Each side there'll be letters on it, and we can make up our letters N, E, T. Okay? They'll have letters on it today on your sheet. The name of that angle. Okay, remember we're going to use that same symbol, but there are actually two names. No matter what it looks like, we use that symbol. Capital letters, and we can either call it angle N, E, T, nothing but net, or we can label it as T, E, N. Same angle, depending on what letter of the point we want to use. Notice the E is always the middle. E is the vertex. So you remember yesterday we labeled it with that symbol. So our vertex is always the center of our name. Now looking at this, from there to there, it's not a very big angle, less than 90. We would call that an acute angle. Okay, that's number one. Name, vertex, type. Number two, this one, I can put a little box in there and then I'll give it away. Okay, or when we get to the type, but it's name. Same symbol. Using that one. Gotta put some letters on here again, and this time, let's come up with the letters O, F, U, N. Okay? So, you gotta use it. U must be in the middle. Capital letters. Angle F, U, N, S. Fun. That is what math is. The other one, going the other way, would be N, U, F. Enough of that. Yes, I get it. But notice, the U must be in the center. That's our vertex. How do we label it? Point U. And now what type? Because I put the box in number 2, this would be a right angle. 90 degrees. Our last one. At the bottom here, we got to put some letters on it. And we'll call it S, a T, and an I. All right. Now we got to label it. There's 2 rays. There's ray I-S, I-T, and I-S. Okay? So, in its name, need that symbol right there. We've got S-I-T. Yes, we sit when we do math. Or T-I-S. 'Tis the time to do our assignment. Our vertex would be in the middle. That would be point I. And this one, the angle is much greater than 90. It's open, it's a big angle. That one would be labeled as obtuse angle. All right. Now, one more thing on your sheet that I didn't have room to put on here are things called sides. Okay. Your sheet will ask you to label the sides of an angle as well. Okay, the sides are the 2 rays that make up the angle. Okay, so because I ran out of room, jumping back, our first one was angle N-E-T. Okay? It looked like this. N-E-T. Okay? So we want to label the sides of this. We said the angle's name was angle N-E-T. Something like that. The sides would be, there's my symbol for ray. First one would be ray E-N. Okay? That's one side of it, right here. And now the other side, again, I use that symbol for ray, would be E-T. Right here. Okay? The 2 sides of a ray. Notice they always begin with the same letter, the vertex, the end point of that ray. So backing up, angle number 1, N-E-T. Here was his name, N-E-T or T-E-N. There was the vertex. There was the type, And then the sheet will also ask you to do the sides of it. So it looks like that. Backing up. Remember the fun angle, F-U-N? Okay, so if I want the sides of that one, F-U-N. Math is always fun. Our sides have to have two rays, so I'm going to use the ray symbol. Okay, now I got to find it. It has to begin with my vertex. My vertex is U, so I'm going to put a U down. UF is this one going that way, that ray, starting right here and going on up. And the other one is ray UN, going this way. Okay, so that's the sides of it. What makes up your angle? Two different rays or two different sides. Okay? All right. Then when you take your paper and you flip it to the back side, it's going to ask you to label each angle as one of the names. Classify it. Right, obtuse, acute, or straight. Again, you want to look at page 456 to help you do that sheet. Okay? This one, it's less than, and they'll give you the measurement. I don't have it, but this one would be acute. It's less than 90. Like I said, they'll have measurements for you. This one is obtuse. Greater than 90. This one looks like a right angle. It's got the box we can fit. 90 degrees. Maybe you guess what this one is. This one is obtuse. Bigger than 90 degrees. Alright, this one right here, number 5. How does that look like to you? Does it look bigger than 90? Like number 4? Or does it look more like number 1? And I think it looks more like number 1. It is an acute angle. Number 6, hey, this is a different looking one. It's straight across. It's actually 180 degrees. It's a straight line. So it's a straight angle. That one we hadn't heard before.
But it has a straight angle, straight across. Not many of those will be on there. So
those are your different kinds of angles. Acute, less than 90. Obtuse, greater than 90 degrees. And right, exactly 90 degrees. So number 1, repeating, acute, less than 90. Number 2, obtuse, greater than 90. 3, a right angle. 4, obtuse, greater than 90. 5, acute, that's less than 90. 6, a straight line, 180. It is a straight angle. Each of your papers, though, will have that number, so you just got to look at the number. If the number on there is less than 90, it's acute. If the number is greater, it's obtuse. If it's 90, it's going to be a right. And if it's 180, looks like a straight line, it is a straight angle. Hope you have fun. Make sure you sit as you do your work. Capital letters, remember, when you name your angles. 456, a good place to look.